Yeah. People, yesterday I picked myself up. I pick myself up and I go in the garden and I water the plants and I cook and I eat and I write. And Dr. Abu send me some things and I sit down because Dr. Abu is helping me to see if I can get my life back on track. And I will play this while I go to the toilet. Because I don't know why there's a God. I don't know why there's a God on this island. And I must suffer. And I wish God would end it so I don't suffer no more. Because I can't take no more.
Oh, yeah. Dedication to women, for strong women everywhere. I am woman, I'm living in a hope that I will be resilient enough to gain the tenacity or courage to use perseverance of bravery for the healing via my newfound acceptance of self and wisdom. Oh yeah, using the growth of my empowerment in the discovery of my endurance of overcoming my weaknesses with my strength of forgiveness. As I continue on my journey of becoming that strong woman in honor of strong women everywhere. Oh yeah, dedication to women. Without hope, there is no courage, and without growth, there is no strength to build up that tenacity from bravery. I'm gaining wisdom from my empowerment. As the discovery of healing is central to forgiveness for acceptance, endurance is another key skill for overcoming injustices. Perseverance of hope, courage, and bravery. Oh yeah, is important for the healing of discovery of how the strong women one am honoring and is desirous of emulating. Oh yeah. to build up that tenacity from bravery.
Now we now play.
Dedication to women, for strong women everywhere. I am woman, I'm living in hope that he will be resilient enough to gain the tenacity or courage to use perseverance of bravery for the healing via my newfound acceptance of self and wisdom. Oh yeah, using the growth of my empowerment in the discovery of my endurance, of overcoming my weaknesses with my strength for forgiveness. As I continue on my journey of becoming that strong woman in honor of strong women everywhere. Oh yeah. Dedication to women. Without hope, there is no courage, and without growth, there is no strength to build up that tenacity from bravery. I'm gaining wisdom from my empowerment. As the discovery of healing is central to forgiveness for acceptance. Endurance is another key skill for overcoming injustices. Perseverance of hope, courage and bravery. Oh yeah. Is important for the healing of discovery of how the strong women one I'm honoring and is desirous of emulating. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah, oh
No, no. I don't know who I am anymore. And I wish God would take me out of this suffering. But because God is not going to be kind to me, then I have to go on and I leave my legacy. I leave my legacy because it's only one man who has answered my call, and I showed him that. And he put it to music. But I picked myself up yesterday. I picked myself up yesterday. And I opened this curtain. And I do what I have to do. I do some writing. When I go in my garden and I water the plants, especially the strawberry, because they were drying out. And I cook and I eat. And from about 2 o'clock, I'm in here and sat here, and I know I'm exactly where I'm at. I hear the door keeps slamming and slamming and slamming. And I know that is to annoy me. I decided first time I would say something or do something. I no longer do. I read the housing ombudsman asks about what to do, and I monitor. I don't do anything. I don't open my door and say anything to anybody. I don't look through my window to do whatever because I'm in here and I look through my window. It's a problem. I have people coming out, going out there, stand out there for me to look through my window for them to record me. I'm in the garden, they're recording me. Why are you recording me? I want it for my defense. But I can't stay in my here and represent. Yesterday after the man, it's just the door keep opening and keep opening, like when they used to come and kick the door. So they concealed in here. And it's like it's going through my head, opening and closing. So at one stage, I hear the door open, slam. I mean, when they do these things, I know the difference when they annoy me. So I know definitely that somebody is going to come through. So I just want to see who passed through that I can say it was X, Y, and Z. Because when I call for support when they kick the door, they said because I didn't see who kicked the door. The BT engineer, he said to me, whatever is happening, it has to be captured on their camera. Anybody who comes, whatever, they're not doing anything. So when I hear the door slam now, hard, I know somebody's going through the door. So I stood at the window to see who was going through the door. See, I don't draw my curtain because I don't have I'm not strong. I just, let me stay in my prison. I looked through the window. I didn't take my phone or anything. I have no intention of recording. I just wanted to see who is going through the door. Who was there slamming the door. And when I look through the window, it's a man. The man who lives in here. This is a woman's refuge. That's how I got this domestic violence. And it's this man who was so nice and kind. From 2022, he started. When I looked through the window, he came to put the black bag in the bin. So I know definitely that additional slam was to get my attention. He put the black bag in the bin. I just stood and I looked. I didn't say anything. The next thing I see him doing this, he walked through, but he's doing this. That's indicating that's mad. So when they don't verbalize it, they do it like that. Yeah? So that's when I said something to him. And he started. So I take my phone and I record. These are the little triggers, people. I've tried. I've given up my rights. Honest to God. Because I found the letter from the MP where he said he wrote to Housing for Women 2 times about the situation. Yes? And they haven't responded. So they can do anything. The MP Neil Coyle wrote to the Housing Association 2 times and stating out, and in the letter he said, me staying in my place and recording. It was safeguarding. When I phone up, they tell you they'll be recording for safeguard. So why am I not allowed to record? And you purposely come and trigger me inside here, and I'm out on the outside, and you leave, come down and leaning on the bin, and nobody see those videos. And now what has YouTube done? Put something here that I can't comment in this space. On Instagram, I'm blocked out. So know where I turn. Yeah? So let's talk today. Let's talk about suicide, Instagram, YouTube. Let's talk about suicide and how I have been lumbered with suicide. You hear my songs? It's a set, I forwarded a set of poetry, including those words. to publishers, and nobody was interested. But after that, now some of these same publishers contacting me, how they can do whatever take up offer, and I see the trend. How was I linked to suicide? And before I go any further, I'm gonna put. So now I can't write there. I'm gonna put District Judge Beecham in the mix. That District Judge Beecham, you're going to prison for grooming Tristan Salter for deciding to keep the case. How did suicide come? How did suicide come? I said to District Judge Beecham in court on the 20th of March 2025, if I become 1 in 5 of all suicides are associated with unemployment, you're going to be responsible. All she did was mumble. And I think I heard out of her that the next case will be at so and so. Make sure I be there. So here it is. YouTube, we're talking about suicide. Can you see YouTube? Can you see YouTube? You're celebrating 20. My granddaughter will be 21 on the 5th. I've missed out on 11 years. I never knew about any granddaughter. I never heard about pregnancy, nothing. I reach Jamaica for holiday and they take me to Landilo. And that's when I go meet my granddaughter. I've missed out on 11 years. She'll be 21. Yeah? And you are 20 YouTube. And you've taken your party to the pedophile rings. That's why I'm here. What did I say to District Judge Beecham? It's in here. Did I read it? No, I didn't read it, but I show you where. Who is there? And H.H.J. Richard Roberts is going to tell me I must come off social media. I'm not allowed on social media. After you put a restraint order on me to stop me, civil restraint order on me to stop me trying to get back some of what's owing to me. So here it is. This is where I'm at. Now let's talk about suicide. YouTube. Are you responsible? Are you a responsible 20 years old YouTube? Where are my videos? Especially when I paid £2,400 for. Talking about my story. Where is it, YouTube? You're 20 years old, YouTube. But what are you acting like, YouTube? A pedophile. The mastermind of Richard Harty. Let's talk suicide. Yeah? The first suicide I know of, because it's when I came here, I know I can put words to certain things. Mr. Barnaby drowned himself. Walked past the evening and hailed my father bush. I was going with my granny to feed the pigs or the hogs that she was looking after for the donkey. And the big hoorah, hoorah. I wrote about those things on Facebook. Where are all my accounts? I made this, so it's not live. So when I put it live, but it's going to go live when I'm finished. Yes? Who are you, YouTube? Pedophile enablers, murderers enablers, terrorist enablers. That's why people in Jamaica are getting killed live on TikTok. Let's talk about suicide, YouTube, and how you are responsible. Yeah? So what did I say to District Judge Beecham? On the 20th. So when Devonshire solicitor said she made judgment on the 17th, that means everything is null and void. But what else did District Judge Beecham do? She didn't come and finish this case. This case that she wanted to keep for almost a year. I want to keep this case. I want to keep this case. Why were you not there, District Judge Beecham? But you send what I know now to be HSJ Richard Roberts. to trigger my atypical Parkinsonism. So I was out for days. What happened when I called the ambulance? Because I have no GP. What happened? They came and they look after me. But then after that, I got another call from the ambulance about my welfare. And then two persons came. One of them a man searching everywhere. But the gist of the argument was I'm burning the place and posting it on Instagram. So you see the patterns. When the police came here, I'm going back to how suicide started. When the police came here, when the police came here, the first time the police came, an ambulance came. I called the police. I said, I'm getting verbal threats from Ryan Clement and Winsome Duncan. It's none of their business. But the minute Winsome Duncan, what we need to know, Winsome Duncan, it was premeditated because she sent me an email. I never see the email until everything afterward. She sent me an email to say that she's going to get me sectioned. And she knows I don't want to leave my husband. So what Mimi is doing, it's a pattern of how these females work. They target a vulnerable person. She sent an email to say she's going to get me sectioned and she don't know I don't want to leave my husband. The verbal threats, Ryan Clement and Winsome Duncan, I contacted the police. I said I'm being targeted. They said it's none of their business. But on the 30th of October, police and ambulance showed up at my house. That's how serious it must have been for police and ambulance to show up at my house whilst I'm the carer of my husband. An email was sent in advance. And when I called police said it's none of their business. Yeah? It reached the stage where I made a complaint and I made a meeting arrangement to go to the police station to start it out. Where are all those videos, YouTube? Pedophile YouTube, where are they? Where are my videos with police? You've taken them away. You're 20 years old, but how responsible are you as a 20-year-old? Should YouTube be classed as a pedophile? Yes. It's your platform, but I have rights. Yes? So that was the first time police came and ambulance. Police and ambulance. The 30th of October 2017. I should have gone to Winsome Duncan's birthday party on the 27th of October. So people collect information to use. So my father's birthday is the 27th of October. My only auntie that is still alive, she's in Jamaica, going hungry because I'm not able to send something for her, and my uncle. So my grandmother had 3 children born on the 27th of October. And people use those information and use it against me. I did not receive my file back from Leaf Nurseries. And they're using sensitive information to push me. How did suicide come about, YouTube? Let's talk about suicide. You give people whatever. You contacted me so many times, people are concerned. You stop now. But now you block me out because you don't want me to talk. I'm doing what I'm doing now, private, and then when I finish, I put it public. Because when I'm dead and gone, it will be there to say the role that YouTube played, the role that District Judge Beecham played. How did we get to suicide, YouTube? Yeah? The second time police came under cover of Leaf Margaret lecture. At the time, I didn't know. I worked in a pedophile ring. So that was the 20th, the 30th of November. Yeah? 2020. Police came under cover of Leaf Margaret lecture to murder me, to say I commit suicide. Yeah? Go read the MOPAC report. I'm just being brief. We're talking about suicide, YouTube. YouTube, we're talking about suicide. Let's address suicide. Everything is out there. You Facebook take my how many accounts, my websites, everything's gone. And now some idiot, HHJ Parfit, HHJ Richard Roberts is gonna tell me I'm not allowed on social media after they come and take my legitimate thing. I'm an author and say it's about them. So they now have been put in maladministration by Richard Blakeway, the same Richard Blakeway that I raised complaints about, the same Richard Blakeway that I'm on the housing ombudsman president panel. Let's talk suicide. Yes? Every time the emails come, you trick me, YouTube, or you want me to do this survey, this research, this whatever. So you gather information and then you try. How many attempts did you make to strike my channel? How many things have you removed? Yeah? Mimi Owusu Black Awards. Yeah? Because I established her address. But how did I get her address, YouTube? Those are the things we need to be thinking. The same way Instagram is targeting me. Yeah? How did I get her address? Has she scammed me £10,000? Go through banks plus different money. Did I say I want back the £600 I gave to her? No, because I gave it to her in good whatever. But yes, YouTube, let's address suicide. Let's address suicide, YouTube. Why did Caroline Flack commit suicide? How many suicide things I commented on YouTube? But you are concerned about my whatever. Where are the emails now? Can you send any? So now you block me out. Something went wrong. You must fucking write something went wrong because your pedophiles are there. You're getting paid to cover me, to target me for pedophiles. Yeah? So there's more where that comes from. Yes? Yeah? I have no strength. All I still have my intellect. But I have enough. That is gone on. I leave a legacy. The purpose of freedom is to create for others. How many pedophiles are there? Yeah? So I'll be sitting here today and doing this because I plan to go do shopping and get essential. The bath is there, but I can't go. The heart is willing, but the flesh is weak, whatever. So I'm using whatever I have, and you will be included, YouTube. When I die, I leave a legacy. Yeah? When I die, I leave a legacy. So let's do some colonization in reverse. Yeah? Where are the pedophiles? Let's do some colonization in reverse. On the 24th, on the 24th of March, yeah? Has anybody come here? Anything happened since April? Can't remember. Yes. Mimi also have had to make reports because Mimi also has taken over my entire data. Email, telephone, they are in there. Finally, they said they're coming for an interview. 8 o'clock on a Sunday. I told the person, remember, I'll be recording. That's a breach. You've sat down over the years and allowed this to happen to me. Police come to section and murder me from the 30th right up until the 3rd of January when the police stood right there. Yeah, between the two flags. It's all there. And Kate Willoughby Parsons say whatever. Now I'm thinking, am I being scammed by whatever? I don't trust anybody anymore. Yeah? Do I trust anybody anymore? No. I don't trust my own because they've left me to be in this. But then I'll do that separate. Yes? So straight from there, I had to call the ambulance on the 24th of March because from my left court, I wasn't functioning. And then the shake started. The shake started till I couldn't sit up any longer. I have to lie down. I don't have a GP because of the discrimination. I called the ambulance because I had no GP and I couldn't sit up. I tried as best from what Richard Roberts done, District Judge HHJ, Richard Roberts done. I couldn't do anymore because so when I couldn't sit up because I'm shaking so hard, I called the ambulance. They came in there and treated me. And after they left, I got another call from the ambulance that somebody was concerned about my welfare. Remember, I came from court 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5 days before I called the ambulance. So I was managing that until whatever. And now all of a sudden the ambulance come out and tend to me. And that's when someone has concern about my welfare. So who could it be but the same ambulance that is party to wanting to section, murder, and kidnap me? It's got to be the ambulance. It's got to be the ambulance. Because there was no reason for me to go to hospital. What am I going to hospital for? No. They treated me here and tell me what's what. Yeah? And as soon as the ambulance calling up because somebody is concerned about my welfare, so I answered the question. They say ambulance would be in here within an hour. Not even 10 minutes they were here. So they were waiting out there. And then somebody's going to come in here telling me that they were told that I'm burning the place. And then I reflect on the two Asians that came. One came first, so they're doing an emergency light. And then another one came maybe 2 or so days. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. And he was in my place. I allowed him in here too because it's their job. So now I'm looking. Are they planning? Are they planning to barricade me? Because I know I barricade myself. Are they planning to do something? Probably to electrocute me, do something so and say that I'm responsible. I can't help thinking. Yeah? And when they're doing things to annoy me, to make it so much hard for me to focus, they know what they're doing. There's a man in here. We're talking suicide, YouTube. YouTube, you're 20 years old. You should be responsible. We're talking suicide. Why is it that people who I went to their free training is now advertising on my content? And yet I can't get whatever. And you remove whatever it is to hide and cover up. The same way Google hide the reviews, the abuse reviews. So your Google are partners. Facebook and Instagram are partners. So I'm blocked out. We're talking suicide. I said to District Judge Beecham, if I become 1 in 5 of all suicides are associated, she's responsible. Who is District Judge Beecham? Probably another pervert, a pedophile. Who is Tristan Salter? We need to find out that YouTube. YouTube, we need to find out who is Tristan Salter. Is he another pervert, pedophile? What's the relationship between Tristan Salter and District Judge Beecham? Why she want to keep the case and why she didn't finish it? I'm not letting them go long. I'm not letting them go long. Yeah? So keep on putting up something went wrong. Because I'll do them in private and then I'll put them out there. When I put them out there, take them off. First time you used to block me out. But where's that pedophile that you blocked me out for, Dr. Phil Gregory? Where is Peter Akansi? We're talking about suicide, YouTube. Yeah? So you make sure something went wrong. Let me fucking edit it first so it's going out there. Yeah? Let's talk about suicide. Let's put it where it is needed. Let's put it where it's needed. Yeah? Let's put it where it's needed. I'm going to teach you something today. If I die, my legacy will be secure. If I die, my legacy will be secure. I can never see this fucking thing when I need it. Yeah? When I die, my legacy will be secure. And the world will know how a woman has endured. My doctor, whatever, do the thing. District Judge Beecham is guilty of yeah, H.H.J. Richard Roberts. You left me to suffer. Let's put on whatever. When I die, I die. Let's do something. Let's create legacies during the suffering. Yeah? Why I have a love-hate relationship with God. And why I'm going to put those who have contacted in this. So YouTube, keep on something went wrong. Yeah? Something went wrong, YouTube. Yes, YouTube, something went wrong. Something did went wrong. Something went wrong, YouTube. Something went wrong, YouTube. Something went wrong. And you're responsible. You're responsible for what's happening to me, YouTube. You are responsible. Where is my 2000 ad thing telling my story? What have you done with it, YouTube? Where is it, YouTube?